He said beforehand, if we played 1 million times, he would beat me 1 million times. I said, dude, you got to at least give me one. Give me 99999, whatever it is.
Yeah, you got your one.
And he's like, no.
I was a little caught off
pretty
guard.
awesome.
Can I
hate it. I absolutely hate it. I wish I could be like, it doesn't bother me. It bothers me. And I want to play again. I know you won't.
I will never.
You will never play again.
You can't.
No. Happy opening day week, everybody. Baseball is officially back, whether you're a White Sox fan or a Cubs fan this week. And you got to have your Miller Lite ready to go to celebrate that way.
We had one in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
We're ready for normal times. There is something about that Friday 1:20 Miller Lite right before you walk into Wrigley Field. It is the absolute best.
And, there's 3:20 game Thursday at Rate Field. They're a Miller selling stadium. Just go in there and just to see those brand spanking new kegs pouring.
Nothing goes better with the brat with the onions than washing it down with Miller Lite.
Beautiful. Yep. The original light beer since 1975 and still the best one. Miller Lite, great taste. 96 calories, in the official beer partner of the Chicago Bears. Go to MillerLite.com/stretch to find delivery options near you. Or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere that sells beer. Tastes like Miller Time Chicago. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
How's everyone's brackets?
I didn't even fill one out this year.
My DraftKings is empty.
I did okay, as in I didn't lose that much money.
I started
You're
off.
looking good.
Me?
Yeah.
It's a trimmed up beard.
Is that what it is?
And the hair.
I was wondering.
Tapered up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're rolling too. So
Rolling?
you guys are
Oh, I mean, keep that compliment in, please.
No. We're cutting that out.
No, I want
No,
that compliment in. That you look good, Dave. I don't think. When's the last time you trimmed your beard? You need a little lotion.
Were you about to ask him when
lotion.
the last time you looked good? When was the last time you looked good?
That's not what I asked.
The beard probably pre-turkey trip.
Okay.
I've been getting it.
Is that Thanksgiving?
That was the day after Thanksgiving, yes.
It still makes me laugh so hard that you guys planned a trip to Turkey the day after Thanksgiving. So then the entire 2 months leading up to it, you're like, it's almost turkey time. And the whole time I was like, are you talking about Thanksgiving?
Like, yeah.
Or are you talking about turkey?
Turkey
It was
for
both.
everyone.
It was both. It was turkey in Turkey.
Yeah.
Plus, that was incredible.
Yeah.
So it's just great unintentional comedy there.
Yeah. But you look good.
They don't like
Throw
when you
compliments
call
now.
it turkey now, though.
I kind of
Why?
don't want compliments.
They want it.
It's like Turkey A or something.
They want it like that.
What?
Like
Whatever.
actual
They're
turkey.
changing their own name.
Yeah.
What?
They don't want to be called turkey anymore.
They think Turkey's a bad brand.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of is. We've talked about this before. Ben Franklin wanted the United States federal bird instead of it being the bald eagle. They wanted to make it the turkey. That thing's hideous.
Our country would have fallen apart.
It would have. It would have. If it
Hold
was,
on. Back up. What? Turkey just decided they don't want to be called turkey? What are you talking about? They're turkey.
They are turkey, but
They're turkey.
They try to go by something
like
else.
if you watch
What are they saying?
I don't know how to.
If you watch the
turkey A.
Olympics or like soccer, they want you to spell it and pronounce it differently.
Yes.
Turkey?
Turkey A.
Like Turkiye, I believe.
And it's
right?
got those little dots. I'm calling them turkey.
Yeah, it's just turkey.
What am I
It's
going to
turkey.
like? Germany calls himself Deutschland.
Yeah.
I call them Germany. And I think everyone should just chill. I don't get mad when people
Yeah,
call us
that's crazy.
Estados Unidos.
Well, you see that clip. I think Big T and PFT were talking about it. Like McNeese is just McNeese now. Like people are
They
just
dropped the
changing their
state.
names. Yeah,
They dropped the state?
yeah. Nichols is just Nichols. They're not Nichols
Wait,
State anymore.
McNeese dropped the state?
That's what Big T said in that
They're
clip.
just
Going
McNeese.
off
That's
that
just
Yeah.
information.
you know how I
No,
call.
I mean, there are McNeese State University, though.
That's what
He
Big
might
T
have just
said in the clip. But did Nichols change then? Maybe use that as
Somebody-
an example.
I mean, Memphis used to be Memphis State.
Yeah, that's true. I kind of like when they wore those throwback jerseys.
Yeah, the Grays.
Yeah, those are cool.
So you can kind of do what you want. You should rebrand yourself.
Yeah,
Right.
Nichols State is still Nichols State.
So Big T's full of shit.
Yeah, Big
Guess
T's.
so.
I think he's just calling it just McNeese.
I think that's what he meant.
They got to fact check there more.
Yeah.
Macrodosing.
This is a good start.
Yeah.
I like this.
No, I
the
don't.
ball around.
No, I
Whipping the ball around.
Just don't talk about Chicago sports.
don't like that. Because I want to start with the hardwood. Obviously, there's the regional in Milwaukee.
Whoa, wait, hold
No,
on.
well,
We
no.
got to start with the biggest story.
The regional in Chicago.
No, Bernstein being out.
that's what I thought. Yeah.
That's
True.
the biggest
That's
story.
the story.
True.
I mean, it's. I can't believe. So, with college basketball, like it was a minor blip on
Yeah.
Friday.
Oh, Friday afternoon dump.
I just had
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, because McNeil called you,
Yep.
or
Yeah.
he texted me on Friday morning.
Yeah.
Was like, I got the scoop. You want to talk? I was like, dude, I'm literally going a million miles an hour trying to get this.
Yeah.
Texted him back. He didn't tell me what it was, but I assumed it was. He's like asking if I could call him. So I kind of felt like it was coming. Still shocking. And then I just had no time to actually like take it in and like see what the reaction was.
It hasn't really set in quite yet to me because with the tournament and everything. But
I mean,
what a wild end to like a pretty dominant run for Chicago's biggest media guy the last 30 years.
I
fucking fish.
I blogged it and it got quite the reaction because there are like these weird groups of people who like, including some like Parkins and these like big media people who like do nothing but defend the guy.
Yeah.
Even still. So he
doesn't like us, Parkins. So
Parkins is a weird one because on paper, I think defending your friend in a public setting when your friend is like at his lowest point is a very admirable thing.
for sure.
But it's crazy that Parkins never like addressed why, like he kind of like glossed over the fact that Dan Bernstein was a dick to this guy and threatened to dox him and go after his children. Like he kind of pretended that part didn't happen. He's just like, he's a great guy. And it's also a little difficult whenever your entire thing is he was a great guy to me. He might have been a dick.
I have heard that about him from like everybody that's worked with him.
But
don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody went after somebody's family in this company, they'd be gone.
Right.
They'd be gone. 100%.
I mean, like obviously I didn't think Dan Bernstein was ever going to do anything on that tweet. He's just a psycho.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big celebrate people losing their job no matter what.
Same.
Like I just don't I kind of think it's soft to fire someone over this, but I also think that Dan Bernstein is someone who has been very dominant run in radio, but also a pompous asshole to a lot of people, and had a bunch of times where he shot himself in the foot. So I wasn't surprised.
But
And I'm not going to like cry over it.
Let's be totally honest here, though. If that show's still humming at the speed that it was when he Terry, is he fired? No.
And
I think terrestrial radio is in a different spot.
You're right.
I think Odyssey is struggling as a company. Unfortunately, I'm not coming at them. I like so many people over there, but it's just the truth.
Right.
You know? If you're going to tell me that none of that factored into this, I just don't agree.
Oh, no, totally.
I agree. Yeah.
I think he probably has a huge inflated salary.
Yeah.
They had an opportunity to be like, we can replace him at 40% of the cost and then make good on all these things that he's done over the last 15, 20 years where he's shot himself in the foot and like been out of pocket. I feel like that makes the decision easier.
Yeah. We said last week, none of us advocated for him to lose his job.
No.
We never did to the end. Till he did. None of us.
No, I still think he shouldn't have lost his job. I do not like the guy. I know he's not liked us for a long time. I think he's a asshole and a pompous jerk, and he looks down on people who have differing opinions of him.
Yep.
And his brain broke somewhere in the last 8 years that it just went to a point of no return where it wasn't fun anymore. It was just very self-serving and serious. But I wouldn't have fired him, and I don't advocate for anyone to get fired for pretty much anything.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. But the different token, he danced on a lot of people's graves when they got their
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
he's a dickhead.
yeah.
He's a bad guy.
He danced on other people's graves. So we're not like that. But if that was us, he'd dancing on us.
I will say his update
sure.
to his Twitter profile gave me a little chuckle.
What was it?
Just as figuring things out. Like so it had like
self-deprecation. I
a little
appreciate
bit.
that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. He'll probably
sorry, I was working on things.
Working on things.
He'll probably land his feet somewhere. Like, obviously, respect the guy, what he did as far as media goes. Like, to be that relevant for that long is fucking hard.
I'll offer him co-hosts of Wake Up Mincy.
Oh, could you imagine?
No,
How about a political show with White Sox Dave?
that would be funny too.
Yeah.
That would be funny too. Yeah, I know. It was. I don't understand. Like, whatever. I think he this was coming. He should have had this happen a few other times where he survived it. Like you said, Ed. I think that's the perfect point. Is that if he was still on top and he still was rolling, he thinks that he has the relevance and power that he had 15 years ago, which he did 15 years ago. He did have that relevance and power where he could do anything and could make mistakes in people. It kind of the same as what happened with McNeil. When McNeil got canned, it was for kind of stupid reasons, and it was also when he was not as powerful as he was 20 years ago.
Beforehand. Do you think that if this incident hadn't come on the heels of the Eddie incident, does he survive it? Because I think he got so much public backlash for your thing with Portnoy that this was just like, all right, we're doing this again.
He's definitely been under a magnifying glass, I feel, since
I
then.
think so,
like
too.
people have been like, there wasn't even that. Like he's being ratioed like crazy, I feels like, because I get tagged in everything he does at this point. Like he threw up like a Canada flag after Canada beat USA.
I saw that.
Like just like
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like random shit like that. Like, and I'm like, I never said anything, but this one I was like, this one I actually tweeted when I saw the story. I was like, ho hum, another day for Danny Bernstein because
fucking spawning
it was so
fish.
because of a northern pike. It was it was like anybody could have done that and be like, oh, that's a normal guy. AK, no, they're not a normal guy. That's all I.
Yeah, his brain has been broken.
I don't think that he thinks he was in the wrong. That's how broken his brain was. I think that he saw that this guy was a Trump supporter and that he thinks that innately that guy is beneath him, as are all Trump supporters, and that's
Is that
why
guy even a Trump supporter?
that he's.
I don't know.
That's what he did.
know.
He took one skim on the guy's profile, and he's like, "Oh, I can't have this guy."
I don't know. He called him a MAGA worm, and I know. Like,
well, that's going to incite
a lot
the
of the
fucking
MAGA
lunatics.
people like jumped in.
Yeah, that's
regardless. End of an era for
Yeah.
6
It's still a shocking kind of story because
It's
it
insane.
was
It was,
going to
yeah.
happen.
Like if you would have said, like, how do you think Dan Bernstein will go out X amount of years ago? What do you think it would have been because of a?
Do you think it's kind of weird that Chicago does not have like our iconic talk radio guy here? Like you have number one, Francesa's in New York. I feel like Boston has had their share of guys. Chicago has not had like a guy that's like the king. It might be you. I think it might be you.
Mike North.
But he's been out of it for so long.
Yeah,
But I would
started
say
it.
like who like obviously like
Morrison Bernstein was the
for sure.
It was awesome radio. It was so good.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, I
Even
don't
though
think
Boris
anyone
snubbed me
really
one
has
time.
one like New York. Like I don't like Felger and Mads. I know them because they're adjacent to us because of Dave and.
I would have never heard of
Yeah,
it.
it's kind of Francesa and Mike and Mike.
Yeah, I think
really,
it's-
or
Yeah, I
Mike,
guess.
Mike,
Yeah.
Mike and the Mad Dog.
Mike and the Mad Dog.
Yeah, I don't think other cities have it to that magnitude either.
Yeah, the it will be interesting. Why doesn't Parkins like us?
I have no idea. Dude.
I've met him a couple times. He always was.
I know, that's why I was so confused. Like, didn't he take a picture with his nephew or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
I was so confused because I like have it on good record that he hates us. He just doesn't say it. Yeah.
That was kind of how the vibe was always from Bernstein. I've never met him. I always just knew he hated our guts, and that's like way back. He's hated us.
Which is another issue I have. Take a second to get to know us. Then if you hate me, fine. Like,
Right.
I hate me too.
I know.
Yeah, we all hate Dave.
But you at least gotta
Right. I've been doing it for 12 years.
We got in a room. He's like, "Here's why I don't like White Sox Dave." I think I'd agree with him on a lot of things.
How many times were you in a room with Bernstein?
Never once.
Right.
Never
Not even
once.
that day.
Never once.
And
Not
I've
even that
been
day,
in the room with a lot of score guys, so it's not like it's
I'm
just,
good friends with a few of them.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
I'll
not
hang
like
out
I just don't talk to anyone at that station. Like I know a few.
And
We all
and
like
their sis-
Mitch.
their sis-
Yeah.
Yeah, Mitch is
is
on.
great.
Yeah.
And their
Yeah.
sisters say like Boomer and Gio, like they talk to Barstool people all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. And
Yeah.
like they've had Kevin on, they've had Frank on. They've done like a bunch
I've been
of
on
stuff.
that.
You've been on that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a countrywide Odyssey thing.
Right.
It's just
So
the
it's the
Chicago
individual-
branch.
yeah.
Is always just
I think it's
wag
just
their
that,
thumb at
but
us.
that the score specifically had a turn kind of right when Barstool Chicago was taking off.
Yeah.
Where it was the Julie DeCaros and that
Yeah.
whole thing, and it was the Patrick Kane's shit that they were.
Yeah, they were
all
I mean,
over.
And
for sure.
I mean, Bernstein was at the center of like the Sharp, Keith,
Yes,
all those
yes,
rumors too,
yes.
which he was fanning that flame that they were fucking each other's wives. And
Yeah, so that was probably where the split
Yeah.
really started and very diametrically opposed to.
Yeah, and then I had some there's some troll and some mentions talking about some like bloggers conference or something. I don't know if you saw that clip.
No.
Like he heard something at a bloggers conference. I don't know who was there.
What was the bloggers? There was a bloggers conference.
I don't know. I'd have to play the clip for you, and then you would have to.
That
react
was
to it.
one. That was like, oh fuck, what was it called?
But I think the guy's like a professional troll.
Oh, didn't you
Blogs
get
with
some-
balls.
Did you have like controversy there?
It wasn't controversy. It was they asked me to do it. I was
Yeah.
like, sure. Then we got up there. I think Cap. It was Cap. It was Jen Latta, who I've actually become friends with.
Really?
recently.
Because
Yeah,
she like hated us for a
she
minute.
hated us for a little bit, but I think she's like she does a really good job on kind College Game Day.
Yep.
Sarah Spain, who hates our guts.
Yeah.
And it was like early on, and I was naive to think that like I could just go up and we just talk about blogging. And they did kind of attack me. But I also was like, it was the attack. Listen, Barstool, for people who know this, because they probably, a lot of people who've been with us for a long time, newer people, Barstool, the history of Barstool, people have just decided what is wrong with us. They've jumped from like rock to rock to rock.
Yeah.
It used to be just solely we posted tits and ass. Like that, it was bad that we posted tits and ass.
Yeah.
Even though like Bleacher Report basically built the entire blog that they made off tits and ass. So it was that era. And then obviously went to Dave, Trump stuff, Dave gambling, all this.
Yeah.
It's basically gone from like thing to thing to thing. But in that era, it was very much like they're misogynistic, tits and ass. And they like flipped it on me when we were at this conference. I was just like, okay, like I don't know what you want to say. Like, yeah, we post chicks.
So does
Okay.
everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always been a
guys
weird.
like chicks.
I've never understood that double standard. Because
it's
every
Sports Illustrated.
exactly, and I'm wondering if it's because it's normal pretty girls historically that are the smokes as opposed to like a genuine model.
Well, and it's all. I think it's just they wanted, because people don't really bring that up very often anymore.
No, they don't.
Because they've moved on, because they've realized like, oh, this isn't how we can
doesn't
break
work.
down
Yeah.
Barstool.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
And it's just been that over and over where they just try to find a
They
different
move
argument.
goalposts.
So that was that era. So what is this guy saying?
This guy, I'm telling you, he's a professional troll, but he's like one of the best trolls of all time because people don't realize he's trolling. Dave knows him, and Dave is actually the one who tipped me off on him. But he keeps insinuating that something happened in this bloggers conference because that's where he's saying this whole feud started. When the
With
truth
Bernstein?
is, yeah. When the truth is, like, that's bullshit.
I don't even know if Bernstein was there.
He wasn't. That's why this guy, like, he's like, I don't know. He's got like a good little snaky way to.
It
do
also
but
was
he's an idiot.
maybe. I don't even think it's like it didn't even register on the Richter scale of like anything. Like
No,
I don't even remember
Yeah.
having a thought after it. Like being, I didn't walk out of that thing being like, oh man, that was crazy. It was just like, yeah, they said they were misogynistic. I probably shouldn't have done that conference because
Yeah,
that was like,
Yeah.
that was maybe one of the first times where I'm like, I'm never doing anything to help anyone outside of our walls because they're just going to go after us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was maybe like a
It's
G
seven.
chat we
Yeah.
talked about. That's like the extent
Long
of
time
it.
ago.
Yeah, but it's it's crazy. I do wonder what he's going to do. I wonder how much of an audience he can have being a
I
podcast.
mean, how old is he? Like maybe 60?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like Cap has
Right
figured
off
it out.
the
I don't know.
But Cap is like affable and likable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And he makes fun of himself.
Correct.
And like he has that, Cap kind of has that like ability to be like,
He's
yeah, I
engaging.
know I'm kind of like shticky every now and then, but people, I can fuck with people and I can fuck with
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
Bernstein never was able to do that.
No, it's
Yeah,
true.
the irony is if he just showed that side that everyone talks about it behind closed
He's
doors,
beloved.
a lot of people would like
Yeah.
him more.
Right.
But whatever. I mean, hey,
It's one of those
at
things.
the end of the
where-
day, our job is to garner a reaction. He fucking garnered
He
a
did.
reaction. So
yeah.
he doesn't have a job anymore, but
That's what I mean. It's like
sure
now
he
that
got a
he
nice
is
little
going to
lump
have to
sum
figure
payout.
something out. He needs social media, but he's the last guy that should have social media.
Correct.
He should have just been on the radio and never had Twitter,
Correct.
and he would have been fine for another 10 years.
Oh man, I didn't have Twitter for 18 hours this week and it was awesome. I got
Why?
locked out.
Oh, did you?
After the
Katie
Badgers
Stats
loss, I
isn't
did my fake
Bitcoin.
hack
Yeah.
tweet, and
Yeah.
then Twitter actually thought I had gotten hacked, and they locked me out of my own account.
It was probably the best 18 hours
great.
you've
I
had.
just went to bed.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
I just went to bed.
I did. I would have normally
Yeah.
stayed up and just gotten like triggered about the Badgers losing, and I just went to bed.
Yeah, just saw.
Did that elevation get them?
No,
I-
BYU's good.
BYU's good. I mean, we did get
They are good.
the tournament. You can get a bad draw. We got a bad draw.
Yeah.
BYU's better than a 6 seed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
BYU's
Playing
good.
6 out of 10 games in high elevation against BYU, basically a home game for them. But Wisconsin fucked themselves. We lost to Penn State the last game in the regular season. If we don't lose that game, we probably played at Milwaukee, and we probably are in the Sweet
Yeah.
16.
Hey guys, I'm sitting here as we talk about Chicago sports. We're in a little break, but I want to tell you guys about this Warhead Sour Black Cherry Ghost that I'm drinking.
Caught my eye.
It's fantastic.
Yeah?
You're like, what's that flavor? I was like, hey, Chief, this is the Warhead Sour Black Cherry flavor that's out now that you can have. Also, Lance, can you hand me the peaches one?
You know what? Hand me the peaches.
There you go.
Yeah.
Little toss there.
Awesome.
It's got the ripples of the basketball.
Caught it so easily.
That's a brand new flavor. It's
It
good
needs
stuff.
to be. They need to make it permanent.
It's good. They do, and it's for a limited time. It's a basketball-inspired can because Ghost is the official energy drink partner of the inaugural College Basketball Crown, a brand new postseason basketball tournament in Las Vegas from March 31st to April 6th. A lot of big teams in that. I saw DePaul play Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So a nice little Midwest matchup.
Cool tournament.
There. Yeah, I'll be watching that. And you can find Peaches nationwide at Albertsons, Jewel, Circle K, 7-Eleven, and more. Go check out Ghost. They're great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, guys, let's get into Row. Chief, you've been taking these.
I love Row.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man.
Row gets you going. Take that little one. It's like a little red tablet, a lozenge. You just pop it underneath your tongue. You're ready to go in 15 minutes.
Yeah, the Row Sparks, everyone.
Yep.
It's a 2-in-1 prescription treatment for stronger, harder erections.
Yeah.
You've been taking these. Like, tell me a little bit about
Yeah, so either if you're ready to go right now or if it's going to stay in your system, they got you kind of prepared for either situation. So Row Sparks, it's a prescription ED med that contains Zildenafil and Tadalafil. Those are the active ingredients of Viagra, Cialis. So kind of what I was saying, either it's for right now or for maybe a little bit later. They've got you covered in one little tablet. Row Sparks works in 15 minutes on average. So just pop it in. You'll be ready to go. Absolutely.
Yeah, if you're prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off Sparks on a recurring plan. Connect with a provider at row.co/stretch to find out if prescriptions for Row Sparks are right for you.
Yep.
That's ro.co/stretch for $15 off your first order.
So
where are they on like the pain meter, like a loss like that?
it's different. I was trying to explain it on PMT. College sports are so different because it's like the pain is not the same as like a double doink or something like that, but it's like a deeper sadness, if that makes sense, in the fact that when I'm watching them, I know I'll never get to watch those guys again.
Yeah, because you can't sell yourself and, hey, let's run it back, and then this time it'll be different because we'll retool.
It's like all I wanted to see was John Tonje play one more tournament game for Wisconsin.
Yep.
That was just ripped out of ripped out immediately. So it's like it's not like as lasting of a pain. It's more just like a deep sadness, which sounds lame as fuck, but that's how I felt. I walked away being like, I just really wanted to watch them play one more game. Like, I didn't think they were going to win it all, so it wasn't.
You
like,
said
man, we
Sweet
squandered.
16 was your goal.
You
just wanted them to see Bama, so you could.
And I wanted to get one more weekend out of it. I wanted to see them play one more game, so it was like sadness.
Now you got to focus on baseball and.
Well,
the Bulls.
Bulls are awesome.
Well, time out. Listen. Time out. Time the fuck out. I was leading into this because I talked about the Denver Regional, the Milwaukee Regional. I want to talk about the Chicago Regional when I backed these two fuckers into a broom closet.
Oh, what happened?
That's what I want to. You saw it.
Woodshed Ed. Woodshed Ed. He said I can use both hands. Let's go! Chief doesn't even get to touch the ball. Chuck it. Ah. Eddie can punch his ticket to the Sweet 16 right now. Oh yeah! 14 seed. Eddie moves on.
We have to talk about it. I want this.
Okay.
Go ahead. What do you want?
Did you actually leave right away? Did you get into your car?
So between you and me in the show, I thought my dog had cancer. Legitimately.
It's
true.
Bullshit.
It's not bullshit. You guys know it wasn't.
Well,
bullshit.
I know that you said that, but that's bullshit. That you.
That is why I left.
Thought he had got it right at that second. When
No. But he's on all sorts of meds. He's got the fucking cone on.
That's fucked up.
No, it's not. If that was not the case, I would have stayed till the end.
Wow, Eddie, how could you do that to Chief?
That's for you to spin this on that.
Maybe I took a dive so I can go home and take care of my dog. People are saying,
which I respect, and then you stormed out of the gym.
But I had priorities in that moment.
I love it.
That is the God's honest truth. He's fine. It was a viral infection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Eddie, I mean,
he said beforehand, if we played 1 million times, he would beat me 1 million times. I said, dude, you got to at least give me one. Give me 99999, whatever it is.
Yeah, you got your one.
And he's like, no.
I've never seen you try at anything. athletically. Not once. Like, not one. When even going back to 2019 when we did the Northwestern thing, you put on all the pads and it was a good video. You didn't try at all. So when I checked the ball up and I'm like, this guy's Charles Barkley and me, like, what the fuck's going on here? And then you throw up a prayer and it went in. So I was a little caught off
Pretty
guard.
awesome.
Can I
I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I wish I could be like, it doesn't bother me. It bothers me. And I want to play again. I know you won't.
I will never.
You will never play again.
You can't.
No.
What did you think about Dave's celebration too? Dave was jumping out of the gym for Eddie.
Everybody was. Everybody was.
It wasn't
16
for Eddie as much as it was against him. Though.
Yes.
It was a weird line I had to toe because
Yeah.
I don't ever want to be happy for him in any circumstance ever.
That's why I don't want to.
But I also love
the compliment
when he fails. So
Yeah, it was because like I was walking around. I mean, he's a 3C for a reason. He plays every Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a good basketball player.
Yeah, and he's a good. He could shoot, and that's what I wanted people to really understand that. Like I never had. I was like, Ebo, what do you think? He's like, I think Chief's the favorite. That's what Ebo had. Like people had you as a favorite
I think I could have potentially won that.
for sure.
Yeah.
for sure.
And because that is like I just never had the ball. And I was anticipating we actually did a coin or something, right? But you were supposed to have the ball. You had the ball first. I was stunned that ball went in. I thought you would like get a shot up and brick it, and then I would just get it and score and win.
when he did that, he did the turnaround, his timing and the jump and everything was perfect.
It went in slow motion for me.
Yeah.
it was slow motion for me too.
Yeah.
As soon as he shot, I knew it was going in. It was nice and
No,
soft.
I saw it hit the rim.
Yeah.
It was honestly like the last shot of Air Bud. Like it just
Yeah.
and then it went in. I was like,
And I was watching it. I was in the paint, and I was like, "There's no fucking
whoa, yeah, it was wild. I mean, that's what I tell you. You guys act like I have fucking like inverted knees. Like I've played before. I just can't fucking.
You
move
haven't
them.
played since 8th grade.
You haven't done any? Yeah, since 8th grade. You said you had.
I thought you had a shot. I never said it was a million. It's a 1-on-1-to-1. That's the beauty of the.
Well, that's what
Now,
Dave said. Dave's like, right when you started, you're like, whoa, this guy, you were surprised for sure.
I've never seen you move. Like you've never moved.
Yeah, I guess.
You're like you're fucking what's his face in Goodfellas. He doesn't move for anybody.
Yeah, true. It was time to go. I don't know. Like I literally turned back the clock. I don't know how.
That turnaround, it looked fluid enough. Like
I got texts from my family about it. I got
man.
my older sister texted me.
Man.
She's like, well, at least your ass crack wasn't out. I'm like, I wish my pants fell off completely, dick out, and I won. I would have done that trade.
It did help for the rest of the tournament. Like it took all the pressure off because that was like the minute it happened. I was like, that's the moment. Like that's the moment everyone's going to talk about.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I said that to Rowan on Twitter too. It's like by day 3 of it, I'm like, I need this off of my timeline.
Yeah.
Like stop tagging me in this clip.
Yeah, it was
I have a take that I argued about Brandon with this. So I think that it was lame as fuck that Tate didn't do it. I think Nikki Smokes Titus. Yeah. I think that Nikki Smokes could lock up Titus in that exact situation.
Yeah, but if I were Titus, I wouldn't do it either.
Why?
Because you just basically have a no-win situation.
Why? Who gives a shit?
Because if you win, everyone's going to be like, well, you played at Ohio State. Of course you should win. And if you lose, everyone's like, holy shit, you got – it's the same thing as when Max wanted to Oklahoma drill Will Compton in the case race. And Will was like, I'm not doing that. Because if I slip or if you somehow tackle me, it's going to be the biggest story ever. And if I run you over, everyone's going to be like, well, no, duh, you played in the NFL.
But
it's a no-win situation.
But I could say that with my matchup versus Eddie.
Yeah.
I have
but you didn't play college basketball. Like I get what you're saying.
I'm thoroughly embarrassed, and I want other people to be embarrassed.
But the embarrassment is different. Like you're embarrassed because you guys work so closely together, known each other forever, and like Eddie doesn't move. Titus.
Okay, all right.
You know what I mean? Like
take whether or not he should have played out of it. I still think that's like so. The argument was Brandon Walker and I. Brandon Walker was the same thing. He's like 1,000,000 times Titus will beat Nikki Smokes 1,000,000 times.
No, I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true.
For this exact tournament,
I don't think
one-on-one,
that's true. I think
that
Nikki Smokes would definitely win his fair share.
Definitely.
I think Titus would say that.
Yeah.
And he looked at me like I was fucking insane. I'm like, what? This is 1-on-1-to-1. Eddie just beat Chief. Like, what are we talking about?
All right,
But
you also have to untuck your hands. It is not.
It's
that
freezing
cold. It's
in here.
not that cold.
It warmed up a
not that
little
cold.
bit.
I just,
It was cold.
I actually, in Titus's, if I were in Titus's spot, I wouldn't have played. Because you just.
But also,
you are the biggest story.
It's basketball and not tackling football.
Right, but if you lose, you're the biggest story, and if you win, everyone's like, "Well, fuck, you should have won." You can't. Well, you can't get a win out of that if you're Titus. What happens if he wins? Everyone's like, "Well, no shit, you won."
But like then
people
you just
forget
have
about
to
it in a
lean
day.
into it and be
Yeah.
like a cocky ass. Like, I won. Like,
I mean that's true.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't. He doesn't play pickup with us that much. I think he gets frustrated with how bad we are.
I think Lance locks him up too much. And he gets frustrated.
Lance is one of the best basketball players I've ever watched. If you didn't have to get the ball in the rim, he should play for St. John's.
Ben Simmons looking ass over there.
It's like he's got all the moves. He can play great defense. He can dribble. He can pass. But just getting the ball into the hoop is impossible for Lance.
I'm rusty right now. I will say I'm rusty. When I get hot, when I get in the flow state, I'm good.
No
I'm
one
ready
misses
to go.
more layups than Lance, but he does.
No,
get the
that's Jack
rebounds.
McCarthy.
Well, Jack McCarthy can't shoot.
He can't
shit.
shoot at all.
Yeah, but Lance has everything except like God was like, I'm going to give you the height, I'm going to give you the moves, everything, but you can't put it in. It's bullshit.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. Fuck that.
Gets his own rebound after. Like,
Then he
You can still dunk, right?
Dude, no. I actually have my last dunk attempt. I couldn't get it.
Oh,
I was trying to dunk in a KFC thing, and I couldn't get the ball. And they're like, "How about a chicken tender?"
Wait, you dunked for us on the Yak, or no, for Hank?
Hanks?
Yeah. So that I'm like, I don't know. I might be able to dunk right now, but my last time I tried to dunk, I just kept missing, and I was so embarrassed. I had to dunk a chicken tender. It was embarrassing.
That's like I'm sure for you, that's got to be a threshold. Like,
yeah, it was like, holy shit, I need to get in the
I'm
gym.
washed
Like,
up. Yeah,
I'm
right.
washed. Like, holy shit, I need to change my whole lifestyle.
for me,
now.
it's 80 on the gun for baseball. I haven't.
Can you get it?
Yeah,
Of course he can.
I thought you need like Tommy John, right?
No, shoulder. I haven't thrown, like, I haven't aired it out. Was it Lance? Was it you like, oh, let's go do the speed pitch? I'm like, no, it was Colton down in Arizona. He's like, I just did it. My arm's killing me. I'm like, I'm not doing it.
Damn. This is a different guy.
This is a legit fear though. This is not.
But we've always said
anymore.
like we feel like there's something that you would love about getting Tommy John. Like
Yeah,
you feel like you
you
belong.
should get. You should go to Turkey to get it.
Could you imagine?
No, I'd go to James Andrews.
White Sox Dave gets Tommy John.
Actually, no. We're anti James.
I don't think we're even allowed to talk about that.
Why?
Taylor.
James Andrews.
Yeah.
What?
Taylor
Oh,
situation.
he's Andrews.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he doesn't work for us anymore.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
true. He doesn't.
Why can't we talk about James Andrews?
There was a lawsuit.
Yeah, he's got the lawsuit with Taylor.
For
James Andrews, shout out James Andrews, the professor. Remember that was the
Yes.
PMT, and he correctly predicted Schwarber would come back.
Oh, really?
We got way back in the day, 2016.
That's
James
right.
Andrew. We got a professor at UCF who was named James Andrew.
Dr.
Andrews.
James Andrews, yes.
We had him on PMT, and we asked him just injury questions, and he's like, I don't fucking know. And
It was
like,
because
"Do
you
think
couldn't get the real doctor.
Yeah, right. And then Schwarber had gotten injured like a week before. I was like, is there any chance he's going to come back for the playoffs? He's like, yeah, he could.
and he
Came
did.
back.
And he
Some
dominated.
big moments, yeah.
Played in the
back.
Arizona Fall League that year, and then the World Series like a
Yeah.
week later.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I thought their season was over when he shattered his leg in left center.
Yeah, in Arizona.
Yeah.
I open in Arizona again.
That was fucking.
That's bad omen. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that either. Although I don't think they're going to win the World Series.
No.
Like the 2016 team were like, they could win the World
Yeah,
Series.
this is it.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, when it comes to college basketball and March Mania, one thing is for sure. Nothing is for sure. Upsets, buzzer beaters, Cinderella's advancing, top seeds going home early. It's all going to happen. Bet the unexpected every upset, every day with DraftKings Sportsbook. With live betting, exclusive content promos, and parlays, DraftKings is the ultimate college basketball destination for March. Ready to make your first bet? Check out the matchups and pick a team to win. It's that simple. If it's your first time here, here's something special just for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Bet the unexpected with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code STRETCHPOD. That's code STRETCHPOD for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Listen, everyone complained about the tournament. I still fucking loved it. Like, it's the best weekend.
It's the best. I think the complaints, there are real things behind it in that we probably we got to see more of a sample size. It's been 2 years, but Cinderella's going to be in trouble in the new NIL era.
Probably.
It's just a matter of fact. If you are someone who is pretending that that's not a reality, then you're just blind to it. I'm just saying that I got to wait and see some more actual tournaments to be like, oh, okay, this is actually like a real problem.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think that a tournament like this is awesome in its own way because you have insane matchups in the Sweet 16, and there'll be insane matchups in the Elite 8, and there'll be insane matchups in the Final Four. And like I always go back to like we could have used a upset on Thursday or Friday, 1 or 2. That's what we were really missing. After that, I want the best teams to win. I don't like when St. Peter's goes to the Elite 8 and gets smoked by 40 to by UNC. Like, I want to see the best on the best. So yeah, Friday, like Robert Morris and Bryant. Like, Robert Morris would have been, if Robert Morris had beaten Alabama, I think that everyone would be singing a different tune because we just didn't have that moment.
Yeah, Bryant. Because Dave and I had Bryant for
first
Boston.
half. They were tough.
I know, but they were like making impossible shots, and I'm like, this is not gonna end well.
Yeah,
but it was.
But they're good though. They've always been a team that can hit their over, and what's Timberlake like is legit.
Yeah.
Legit.
Like they were. It was a fun half.
Yeah.
It
was a fun half.
I don't know what's going on with Michigan State though. Like,
what do you mean?
They just really struggled with both of those games, and
that's just what they do.
They're a
just
weird
turn
team.
it on. They're not they turn it on and then they come downhill at you, and then they have they could definitely go to the Final Four. They have a decent draw with Ole Miss. I think they can beat Ole Miss, and then they'd have to play Auburn or Michigan again.
Are you still Duke or bust? Like, is it?
I think they're going to win.
Yeah.
It's not. Obviously, I don't want them to win.
Yeah.
I just, reality of it is I think they're the best team.
Yeah. I mean, Florida showed some human.
Yeah, Florida's really good.
Yeah.
Auburn's still really good. Houston's still really good. Tennessee's really good. Like, there's some really good teams. I just think Duke is too many guys.
Anything? I looked odds-wise. Anyone that you think is kind of outside the box? Or, I mean.
The lowest seed's at 10.
I've always been.
Well, Dave was saying Michigan.
Listen, I talked about them on the last show, and I took them the first round. I bet Texas A&M because I was like, all right, it's got to end at some point. It won't end. I kind of think they're setting up to
hot.
be a little bit of a Disney team. Like they're good, and I know they're not as good as they're playing, but they're hot at the right time.
Let me see. I have a lot of Florida futures. So I had. Going into the tournament, I had Wisconsin just because I was like, what if they went on a miracle run? I had UConn out of respect for the last 2 years, and I had some St. John's. So all 3 of those are gone. So now it's just Florida. Florida's the only thing I'm.
What'd you get them at?
I have them at 950 and 400.
I still stand by if McMillan comes back.
Texas Tech is 18-1.
If McMillan comes back, I think Texas Tech could do it.
Yeah, Texas Tech 18-1 is definitely worth a look.
But they won't, like, no one knows what's wrong with him. No one ever knows if he's playing or not. He hasn't played in 2 weeks. It's very scary, but I like Texas Tech a lot.
Yeah. Michigan at 70-1. I mean, they could beat Auburn.
They could for sure beat Auburn.
Auburn's
could.
not
and then
it's Michigan State again or Ole Miss.
They're not afraid to play Michigan State.
I just think that a lot of the outside the box teams, like you're just going to end up running into a Florida, or I guess Michigan would be Florida on their side.
Yeah,
but like a Houston or a Duke, and it's like, what was the point of that?
Yeah.
You know?
Are you any belief in Bama?
No, I think they look bad.
They look better.
The thing with Bama is they have a bunch of dudes. They obviously, Nate Oates is a great coach. They don't hit their threes like they did last year. Last year they were a top, 20 team in threes. This year they're like 120, and that's the difference because they rely so much on hitting those threes. And so I think they'll get got this weekend. And BYU's good.
BYU's legit.
The fucking Saunders guy, I hate his guts.
Saunders is awesome.
Yeah.
They have a legit first round pick this year.
Yep.
They were really good. Like that wasn't a fluke.
No.
Against Wisconsin.
Don't they have like the highest NIL budget in college?
They're paying a guy
right
$7 million next year.
Really?
Right. It's
Well, it's the
insane.
Mormon church.
Yeah.
Wow.
More money than God.
But I didn't know they spread it to basketball.
I think they spread whatever.
That's how you spread the word, dude.
Yeah.
Get BY out in front of the.
I don't have it in front of me,
You're
but I
not wrong.
remember
I know.
reading.
What would it take for you to go to BYU?
$7 million.
Yeah. I'd probably go.
If I was 18, I'd go for 7.
But all right, so they offer you 7. Arizona offers you 4.
If I'm a true one and done guy,
Yeah.
I'd take the 7. What do you care? I mean, you go to BYU for 4
Go to
months.
Tucson. Like, come on.
You're going for 4 months.
Yeah.
True.
You're literally going to school from September to April.
Yeah, but like you're entering like a Sims-like world. Like you're not.
Cultural immersion.
I bet you could convince some of those chicks to get down.
Yeah, probably.
get
Jim McMahon did.
Yeah, and then you're gonna get kicked off. Then you're not gonna
that's
play the
true.
tournament.
That is very true.
Yeah,
You can't have premarital sex there.
All right, 7 to 4. Maybe I'd take the 4 to go to.
Yeah, just go to Arizona. Have fun.
$3 million is so much.
It just depends on
So
if
much
If I were
to
like a
just,
lottery pick, I would maybe do the 4.
Yeah.
for 4 months of sex.
Yeah, dude. You're gonna have a lot of sex.
I've gone 4 months without sex for free.
Yeah, but Arizona I don't understand why Arizona doesn't win the national title every year. If I were an 18-year-old kid, I'd go to Arizona every year.
They're kind of a good dark horse Final Four team.
Yeah, Caleb Love can go nuclear.
He's awesome. They're agonizing. I tried to take that one home last night, and they were agonizing.
Yeah.
To watch.
Yeah.
Just sometimes they get a little dumb.
But I agree with you. The tournament, I don't care. Like I know that we missed some of the madness, but it's still the best 4 days.
Yeah, and I think like I don't know, when you gamble on it, it's totally different because the spread is there to make it kind of even. I know there were still a lot of blowouts. Don't get me wrong, but is that a lot of people
Not
just
a lot
talking
of
about their
blowout.
bracket? I don't know.
No, not a lot of blowouts against the spread.
No,
So,
exactly. Like there was like taking some of those games home was just agonizing.
This is like the coldest I've been in anything in a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I made a rebound. I finally got smart with my own understanding my own gambling and how bad I am. Before the tournament on Wednesday, every year, no matter what, Saturday comes around and I have just no money left. And on Saturday and Sunday, I can't wire new money. So I was like, I looked at the board on Wednesday and I said, I'm not going to have money after Saturday. So I parlayed, like I was like a squirrel getting ready for winter. I parlayed all the 1 seeds to make the Sweet 16, $50K to win 100. So on Sunday after the Duke game, I was back in the game.
Yeah,
I had
nice.
1 cent in my account on Saturday night. I just lost it all.
And you kind of almost ripped your asshole.
Yeah, no, I was
That was an
nervous.
awesome basketball
But
game.
it was great because I was just like, boom, I'm back.
Yeah.
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 That's smart.
Yeah.
That's
smart.
It's
responsible.
smart unless it doesn't win. Then it's the dumbest thing ever.
But
Yeah, true.
I mean, you hit us with that efficiency stat from Ken Palm. It was like the top.
Yeah, right. Like I
best
wouldn't have
teams
done
ever.
it. I wouldn't have done it normally because you're then stuck. Also, like if there's a crazy upset brewing, you're rooting against it. But this year, I was like, I feel pretty confident all the 1 seeds are going to be in the Sweet 16.
I think you just got to go paper ticket Dan on Thursdays. Like you got to. Like you.
Yeah, though I forgot they changed the law. You can't even bet Illinois. So I brought cash
Yeah.
and the Houston game, I would have won so much money on against SIU Edwardsville because I was like, I would have just hammered Houston. I would have hammered SIU Edwardsville under. I would have hammered Houston.
Yeah.
Like I would have won so much money and I just didn't win anything.
Yeah, I did that Calcutta this year. It was crazy.
Oh, you did that this year?
Yeah. What do you have left?
I have Bama and BYU left, which sucks. They're playing each other, but it's a guaranteed lock for an Elite Eight team.
All right.
I had Colorado State. That was devastating.
I have Duke, Houston,
Another awesome game.
Kentucky, Purdue, Mississippi, and Arkansas left.
How much did you?
Got a lot.
Yeah. So I do. My Calcutta is it's the old churning guys. Kamal, who was
Oh, hell yeah.
smart- yeah, he's like very smart numbers guy. 10 years ago or whatever it was. Yeah, it's been almost 10 years. It's like, do you want to get in on this Calcutta? I was like, yeah. I never have drafted. I just say, they just say how much you want in. I'm say, I want the max, and then they draft, and then they usually win because they just go by numbers.
Yeah, they just type it in the spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the way to do it. But still, last year we had Auburn, and you get screwed. I had Virginia the year the lost versus 16. That's why it's fun.
Yeah.
But you kind of need to win the title to
Yeah.
make any money.
Yeah, you do.
But it is.
Or you need to have like a crazy, like, buy a team for like, $1,000 and have them go to the
exactly.
Yeah.
You need a big dog to go off. Yeah. Shout out to Maryland. That was
That was an awesome basketball game.
Yeah.
I had so much. I didn't even have money on it. I was yelling at the TV.
Yeah.
game of the weekend for sure.
It was awesome.
Absolutely.
All right. It's also opening day week.
Yeah.
Not really for the Cubs.
Yeah, fun to start 0-2 on opening day.
Yep. Those
That
didn't
sucked.
count.
It's so stupid that was.
Yeah.
They should have just made that like a.
Exhibition.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
People still would have come.
Yeah, that's true. Probably the same amount of people watch too.
So what, we got a Florida game set against the Dodgers at some point this year, I assume? That's kind
Yeah,
of...
because was that technically our home games against the
They
Dodgers?
split.
Did they split it?
Yeah.
Well,
I believe so.
what is it? I just assume they do it. Or maybe they'll do a 2-2.
Yeah.
But regardless, not a great start. Already controversy with Council pulling Shota, but
Yeah.
he stuck to what he said. He said
Yeah.
70 pitches-ish would be what it would be.
That is so lame. What do your tournament brackets and your home appliances and systems have in common? They both tend to get busted. Now, as a benefit, with select American Home Shield warranty plans, you can conveniently video chat with a live repair expert to help assess or fix an issue. Talk about taking home protection to the next level. And thanks to American Home Shield, we are able to video chat in Mook to get an expert assist as you pick your favorite teams for the 2025 tournament. Off to you, Mook.
Thanks, Dave. The odds of predicting all 63 tournament games correctly are approximately 1 in 9.2 quintillion. For reference, the Earth's circumference is 1.58 billion inches, so you'd have to walk around the planet 5.8 billion times to reach that number.
Crazy stuff over there, Mook. And this is where our friends at American Home Shield come in. When you have an American Home Shield warranty, they will help fix or replace covered parts of home systems and appliances, no matter their age. That's huge. Plus, as a benefit with select plans, AHS offers a convenient video chat feature that lets you connect with a live repair expert to help assess or even fix an issue in real time. And listeners can get 20% off any plan today. Just visit ahs.com/stretch to sign up. Don't wait until something is busted. Get ahead of it now. That's ahs.com/stretch for 20% off any plan.
It feels like 10 years ago that we
I
won
know.
the first game.
It does. It does. And then they open in Arizona. White Sox open Thursday, Dave.
Thursday.
Genuinely, I know last year was probably the least you've ever been interested. Is it higher this year or lower?
No, last year I was still interested in terms of they had to like not embarrass themselves. Obviously, that's not what they did. They embarrassed themselves greatly last year. This year it's just more of a holding pattern. Like, get these guys up, get Schultz up, get Montgomery up, get Teal up. All those guys were reassigned last week to minor league camps, so they're not breaking. I was actually very surprised Teal didn't break camp with the team. But come probably May to June, there's going to be some guys that are worth tuning in for. I think Schultz is going to be an absolute superstar, a legit superstar. Maybe Hagen Smith too. Schultz is going to be so fun to watch. Like when the Sox were really bad in like the early mid to like 2014, 15-ish, and Chris Sale was on the team, like you had reason to watch because he was putting up 12, 14 strikeouts every week, and he was going to absolutely bend over whatever lineup he was looking at. And so at least you'll have that this year. You'll have a couple guys that are matriculating from Charlotte and the minors.
And you project down like the summer, like June-ish? Or like end of the year?
Is it a service time thing or no?
With Schultz, it's a innings limit thing, which I was just bitching about it with Shota. But with Schultz, I understand he hasn't pitched a lot at all.
Yeah.
He got his senior year of high school even wiped from having mono. So, but like for Shota, like fucking let him go. If he throws 85 pitches or 100 pitches, he's not. If he gets hurt because of those extra 30 pitches, he was going to get hurt anyways. You know, let him fucking. He has the no going in Japan in front of his home country. Let him go.
Colson Montgomery was a service time thing, right? Is he going to
that? Well, he also was hurt all spring, so that. I don't know if you guys were eavesdropping or not, but we were talking to a bunch of the Sox on 35th and future Sox guys in the press box when we were in Arizona a couple weeks back, and we were talking about how important it is for the Sox to not just hit on Colson Montgomery, but for him to be like a stud for them. And he didn't play this spring, and he rightfully got reassigned to Charlotte, and he needs just every day.
Yeah.
Play 6 days a week, get 4 at-bats every day, and then you have to force your issue. Like, you're not coming up because the White Sox suck. You're coming up because you said enough of AAA baseball. Like, I'm going to dominate Major League Baseball now.
Feel smart, actually, by the White Sox.
I mean, he was hurt, so he forced their hand the other way. You know, he needs to play, and he needs to do very well. And aside from Teal, there's not a lot of offense in the minors. It's all arms, so... But we'll see. It's going to be a different year. Like, wins and losses, again, don't matter. The they're gonna have the worst record or one of the worst records in baseball, bottom 2 or 3 at the very best.
Yeah. Last year felt different because it was like the first year of a new regime.
Right, first year new, and they could only pick 10th.
Yeah.
This year that they'll at least have we'll be playing the draft simulator with them because they can pick first next year, which is what they're hoping for. So,
and I know we got into a little bit last week, but for 53.5, you're going over or under?
I'll go over just because. But I mean, if you say under, I'm not arguing against you either. Yeah. So
it's gonna be right on it.
Yeah,
something like that. Which
I mean, that would be
fucking pathetic.
12 game improvement. What did they finish with last year?
41.
Yeah. So
yeah,
that I mean, any team that jumps 13 games,
that's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a whole lot.
Yeah.
Cubs 85.5. I feel like any more pause after last week?
No, Dodgers the best team in baseball. It's a weird series, so I still like the over. I still think they're going to win the division, but it's just like that whole Bregman saga really kind of took the wind out of my sails with the team.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, games start, and we'll get into those next week. But we should also. Sorry, we should have touched on this when we were talking basketball. But the Bulls have won 7 of 9.
Yeah.
It's the old
Boozless. They nailed that pick. He's awesome.
Yeah,
he's awesome. 31 against the Lakers.
That dunk on Luka was filthy.
Yeah,
crossed them up.
And I know Luka's not good at defense, but
still in the NBA. So that was awesome. They have been like, I watched some of that Laker game. They're like kind of fun to watch.
No, they are.
Yeah.
They're still not going to do anything, and I still kind of wish we had a draft pick, but you can't. I don't know. We're just stuck in the same spot where it's like you got a lot of young guys. You're trying to get the culture going the right direction. What's the long term? It just sucks because it's like I understand tanking is not the answer to everything, especially when you have young guys and they have been playing good basketball. I just what's the actual like step up? I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Going into the luxury tax and getting a superstar player to sign with you?
Yeah.
Will that ever happen under
probably
a
not.
Reinsdorf?
No. I mean, what they need is for Mattis to be that guy.
Yeah.
Is he going to be that guy though?
Dude, I don't know.
He's really good.
He looks awesome. I mean, I can't.
He's not going to be a number 1.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's where you need to be in the draft eventually.
Yeah.
But hey, they are fun to watch. I just don't know.
It is funny too. I think I saw that they're like 10 and 11 or 11 and 10 since they traded Levine. So it's been nothing has changed without their best player.
But they look so much better. Like it does. It feels like the old Bill Simmons. Kind of because I have the CHSN. So if I'm on Fubo, I'll stop on them, and it does feel like it's the Ewing theory, the old Bill Simmons Ewing theory, where you remove your quote unquote best player and you get better somehow.
Yeah.
And they move the ball. Kobe White's been like way more efficient. I think he's up to 26 points a game in this stretch. So I don't know. They're like, and I have they're winning. So no.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying it just because I look at a team that's like they're not really playing for anything serious, but it's young guys and they're playing hard and they haven't given up in the season, where the Hawks absolutely have.
Yeah.
And it's just so it's like I can appreciate a team that's actually playing hard and trying to win and trying to get better.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
I would agree with that if it wasn't a professional team. Like you were talking earlier, like it's easier for college. Like I can root for a college team when they're busting their ass and work hard. Major league professional team, it's like win fucking games.
Yeah.
More so.
But
they are.
They are.
Yeah.
And then when you look at the Blackhawks, now that it's like they started the year as like the oldest team in the league. Now they have 10 guys in the lineup 23 and under, and they are pathetic. Like it's like they don't even care. And so like that's like everyone here is on a tryout basically. If you're either playing for a roster spot next year or an increased role, and like nothing should be given. And none of these guys like seem to even like they just show up and they lose 6-2 and they like they're pathetic.
Yeah.
And it's just all I want, just play smart and play hard, and I don't care what the result is, but they can't even do that.
Yeah.
Bears signed a couple wide receivers.
Yeah, Duvernay.
Mm-hmm.
And then the
Zacchaeus.
Zach, yeah.
Oh, from Washington.
Zacchaeus,
Yeah. So another slot guy.
Exactly.
Where is Keenan Allen going to sign anywhere?
I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah.
Is he retiring?
I don't know.
You want Chicago or either LA team, I read.
And did you see Tevin Jenkins went to the Browns?
Did see that.
He lasted a long time. They must really not have liked him because I would have been fine re-signing him
Yeah.
in depth.
For especially he got a 1-year deal.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would have definitely signed for a 1-year deal, but you're right.
Yeah, they must not have.
And now it's like Tate and Jeff Deal there. I'm interested to see how
He's healthy.
frustrated.
Yeah, if he's
they get
healthy,
with him.
he's a good player.
Yeah, but the problem is he would
Not healthy.
Yeah.
leave
Yeah.
most games.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson was at the Hawks game too.
And they put up 7 goals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
7 goals.
Instant offense.
Exactly.
His offense is just
Yeah.
what's the word I'm looking for?
What? I have no idea.
No.
It's
Zero.
spreads.
It spreads.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
No.
No.
Good show, boys.
That's it. Good show. Oh, jacket update.
I got to get it. I have just not been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you've been busy.
got things
Come
going
back
on.
in April.
I just the last week has just been waking up like playing with my kids for a couple hours and getting right back in the cave. And it's just,
I
I
understand.
need a break.
He texted me at like 1:30. You're like, hey, like, how about this time? I was like, we could do it later.
Yeah.
I know you're fucking recording,
Yeah.
but
But my son's on spring break right now, so I want to get home early this week, and so
yeah.
next
right,
year I'm
good.
gonna actually do spring break. I've decided that.
Smart.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of March Madness, huh?
Don't care. I won't miss the first weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like it will be. I told my wife, it's like we'll go the Monday after the first weekend, and like I'll miss the streams for Sweet 16, but like I got to start.
Even
You want to have a little
Thursday.
work-life balance?
Yeah, I got to start doing that.
Yeah.
Even Monday to Thursday would be a nice little recharge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You know?
next
You
year
could hit the
that's happening.
Caribbean on a couple-hour flight.
No, he's going to Disney World.
Oh God,
You're getting Disney age,
no
dude.
way.
It's coming.
I never went to Disney World as a kid. So
Really?
Oh, you didn't?
I
Disney's
might,
great.
I might ban that from my house.
Why?
Just because I never got to go. I might just be
That's-
the salty guy.
Generational trauma.
Not. You know what? That's fair. That's fair.
I always remember we went like maybe 3 times when I was a kid. And like I have this vivid memory of looking at my dad at the gate of the airport on the way back, just like miserable and exhausted. Like hated every second
Yeah.
of it.
So we'll see.
All right, then. That's the show. Thanks, everyone. Also, Kyle Teal and Noah Schultz, excuse me, were on last Friday's episode. So tune
Go
into
check
that
that,
if you're in the in the interest of learning
Sox.
some of these new Sox prospects. All right, that's it, everyone. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on Friday.